Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is my 2024 wish list of physical media titles that need upgraded releases. So maybe it's a Blu-ray that could benefit from 4K, maybe it's something that's been stuck on DVD and doesn't even have a Blu-ray release, or it could be something that's out of print that we need brought back into circulation. And some of the titles that I have here in front of me were actually community picks from you guys on the last time I did a video like this, which was, I think, about a month and a half ago, and I kept seeing certain titles showing up in the comments, so I wanted to include them in today's video because I hear you, I see you, I hear you, and I want your picks represented in the videos as well. So if you have a movie that you think needs a physical media upgrade, please leave it in the comments after the video, and I will definitely put it on my list for videos like this going forward. Now, these first two picks, this is my own fault. This was wishful thinking on my part. I saw these up for pre-sale, and I just, without looking, I thought, oh, they must be 4K upgrades. Nope. They're just Blu-ray, DVD, and digital with nice slipcovers on them, and it is Kill Bill 1 and 2. And like I said, it's just wishful thinking, so I had to put it on my list because I think these would look amazing on 4K. I think anything from Quentin Tarantino that they want to put on 4K, I'm behind it. We have Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained, The Hateful Eight. The list goes on with the movies that we need on 4K from him or would like to see on the 4K platform. But Kill Bill 1 and 2 would look fantastic. I could see this going maybe like with Arrow, with a nice chunky box set with a book and a poster and lots of special features, maybe sit-down interviews with Quentin Tarantino, all kinds of things. I'd love to see anything they want to throw at it. But Kill Bill 1 and 2, since I ordered them and I bought them with these nice slipcovers, these had to be my first picks for today's list. And then this one, Quentin Tarantino is actually in the movie, but it is not his own movie. This one had been rumored to be getting a 4K release, I want to say maybe like a year or two ago, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell off the radar. The rumors just stopped, and I never saw a release date, and everybody stopped posting about it. But it stars Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, and Juliette Lewis in From Dusk Till Dawn, and I think this would look fantastic on 4K. And if you don't know, it's a vampire movie, and it takes place mostly in a bar, and I just think that it would look amazing. I think everything about this would look great on 4K. I think when they're outside in like that desert area, I think the colors would pop. I think everything in the bar would look great. The action sequences, everything that goes on in any kind of like a vampire type movie, I think is going to really benefit from the 4K platform. And even I could see something like, not Scream Factory so much, but maybe like Kino Lorber would do great with this. And Kino Lorber's been hitting it out of the park with their 4K, so I would love to see Kino Lorber get their hands on this and give it a 4K upgrade. This release is from Lionsgate, so maybe, who knows, maybe we could even get a nice Lionsgate steelbook out of it with a nice slipcover. That would look cool. So From Dusk Till Dawn would be my next pick. Now this one I totally agree with, and it was very popular in the comments with the last video, so I had to include it. Pink Floyd The Wall. This is the DVD edition, and this is actually a really cool edition, but look how thin it is. It's tiny. It's so thin, but it's a really stacked edition. And this is a movie, I just grew up watching this. I mean, some of you may have been little kids when I was watching this in high school, so I'm kind of dating myself here. But maybe you weren't even born yet, which is even more frightening. But anyway, I have seen this movie so many times. I haven't watched it in years, but Bob Geldof plays Pink, who was a musician, and it's a rock opera type thing. It has some live action, some animation. It's got so much going on, and it would look amazing on even Blu-ray. Just give us Blu-ray, but 4K would be even better. But with the live action and the animation and the colors and everything that goes on, it would just look fantastic with an upgraded release. And the basic story is, like I said, Bob Geldof plays Pink, who's a musician. He's kind of walled himself off emotionally from the world because of different traumas that have happened to him in his life, and his whole take on how he deals and interacts with his fans and how they interact with him. And he's really driven himself, because of the isolation and the trauma and whatnot, he's kind of driven himself to the brink of what's left of his sanity. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because this movie is something that I call an experience, and you have to experience it, and a lot of people have to watch it more than once. A lot of people like to watch it more than once, just because every time you watch it, you're going to see something new, and I just think this would look amazing. Amazing on 4K, but you know what, at this point, I'll take a nice Blu-ray. Dog hair on my face, sorry. But this is a really cool, I just want to show you, it's a really cool release. And what they did with it is everything here, it's a very textured case. You can see that there's little spaces between the bricks in the wall, and everything is textured. So imagine like a steelbook of this. A 4K steelbook would look outrageous with this. And then you have really cool disc art on the DVD. This is a really nice release, and you have all the information on the inside flap here. And then it even comes with a really cool, I'll show you here, a really cool mini poster, just to give you an idea of the type of movie that you're dealing with and how amazing this would look in 4K. It would be amazing. But like I said, at this point, I'll take Blu-ray, I'll take whatever you want to give us, and like I said, this would make a fantastic steelbook, or like someone like, I don't know who has this. I don't know who has the rights to it, but I have to see who has the rights to it. But again, I could see like Kino Lorber doing something like this, because Kino is not afraid to take on like a little bit more obscure titles. So I could definitely see them taking on a project like this, or even Arrow, like a wall box set would be so cool. A steelbook would be amazing. So yeah, Pink Floyd, The Wall, you guys were spot on with this, and it was showing up over and over and over in the comments. So there was no way I was leaving it off today's list. Now this next pile it's 3. It's a trilogy. I'd be happy with 1, but a trilogy box set would be awesome. And it's the Sleepaway Camp movies, which I believe are currently out of print with Scream Factory. So I don't know if they have the rights any longer to these movies, but these are so popular, the Sleepaway Camp, especially the first Sleepaway Camp. These are great horror movies. They're fun, they're campy. They're time capsules for, I guess, the 80s. Were they in the 80s or the 90s? But yeah, they were in the 80s, 1988 for the third one. But yeah, the third one. But yeah, they're a time capsule, definitely. But I could see these as a nice box set. I could definitely see Arrow doing something with these, because Arrow loves to take on horror titles. And how cool would that be to have a Sleepaway Camp box set with a book and some posters and, you know, behind the scenes stuff, tons of special features. I could imagine the special features could be endless on these. But like I said, I don't know if Scream Factory has the rights to these anymore. So I don't know that Scream Factory would be the ones to put these out. And I'm kind of like this with Scream Factory, so I'd really much rather see someone like Arrow take these on, but somebody do something with the Sleepaway Camp trilogy, because nobody can get it anymore. Now this one is one that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of, because I don't really hear people talking about this, but this was from 1980, I think it was it was either 1987, yeah, 1987, all right, I got it on the first try, my mind is a little bit here. This stars Richard Dreyfuss and Barbara Streisand. It's a movie called Nuts. It is so good. And this was a movie before every TV show and every movie had courtroom drama in it. Barbara Streisand plays a woman who is a high-end prostitute, and she is on trial for murder. She murdered one of her clients, and Richard Dreyfuss is her court-appointed attorney, because no one can deal with her. She's out of control, and she wants to defend herself. She wants the chance to defend herself. Her parents, who are very well off, are trying to convince the court that she is not capable of defending herself and that she should be put in a psychiatric hospital. And Richard Dreyfuss is defending her right to have a trial. But this is an amazing movie, and I don't even think this isn't even a pressed disc. This is a made-on-demand disc. So you can't even get a pressed disc of this anymore. So you see it's darker. So you see it's a pressed disc. I mean, it played fine, but if nothing else, just give us a Blu-ray upgrade of this one, because this would look fantastic on Blu-ray. It is a really, really good movie. The only thing I can say about it, first I'll say that Richard Dreyfuss and Barbara Streisand have incredible on-screen chemistry. They are so good. You can really believe that Richard Dreyfuss just wants to wring her neck, because she is so difficult and so annoying. And Barbara Streisand, she can act. I mean, we know her for her voice, but the woman can act, and people forget that sometimes. But like I said, she was fantastic in this, and it would be great just to get a Blu-ray. Just get a Blu-ray, put some special features on it. And the only thing I can say that was a little hard to believe in this one is that I think Barbara Streisand was about 40 years old. You can see on the back here a picture of her from the movie, and you can see her on the front. Now, she was about 40 years old when they did this movie. She's supposed to be playing someone in her late 20s. That was a little bit of a stretch, but other than that, if you don't think about that, it's a fantastic movie. So if you haven't seen Nuts, until we get any kind of upgrade, which I don't think we're going to get, but it's a wish list, so we can wish, check out Nuts. Either stream it or give the DVD a buy, because I don't think this was very expensive on Amazon at all. I think it was a couple bucks, and you can get a made-on-demand DVD. Now, this was another one that was very, very popular in the last video. And again, you're not wrong. It's Jodie Foster in Panic Room. And this one so badly needs some kind of an upgrade. I have this DVD. It's another slim case DVD set. But this also stars a very, very young Kristen Stewart as her daughter. And so we see Kristen Stewart, beginning her acting career. Panic Room is a fantastic, fantastic movie that has just been sitting on DVD forever with no end in sight, no talk of Blu-rays, no talk of 4Ks, nothing. So for this one, I would be very, very happy just to get a nice Blu-ray release of this and call it a day. And like I said, this is Columbia Pictures, so I mean, it could happen, right? So let's get on it, Columbia. What are you doing? Now this is part of the Warner Archive collection, and I would love to see them give it a Blu-ray upgrade. It is such an amazing movie, so well acted, and such an important story. It's Gary Cooper starring in The Pride of the Yankees, and this is a story of Lou Gehrig and his career, his baseball career, and then ultimately his development of what they now call Lou Gehrig's disease and how that ended his career. But this is a fantastic movie. If you have not seen Pride of the Yankees, definitely put it on your list to check out. And I mean, it's part of the Warner Archive collection. Come on, let's get a Blu-ray going. I don't even know if I don't know if it's a pressed disc. It doesn't look like it is. I can't remember when I ordered it. No, it's a made on demand also. So we're not even getting a pressed disc on this one. And come on, this is a fantastic, fantastic movie. Gary Cooper gives an amazing performance. So at minimum, I'd love to see a Warner Archives pressed Blu-ray release for this one. So Pride of the Yankees had to be on my list, and if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Now this is one that I don't know if I've talked about it before, but this is a movie that I really, really like, and I never hear anyone talk about it. It's so good. And listen to the cast: Christopher Walken, Sean Patrick Flannery, J. Moore, Henry Thomas, Dennis Leary, Johnny Galecki, Jeremy Sisto, and Laura San Giacomo. I don't know if I know her. Anyway, it's called Suicide Kings. And here's the front. You can see all the guys, and you see good old Christopher Walken sitting there in the middle. Now, anything with Christopher Walken in it is going to be fantastic. Basically, what this movie is about is we have a young man. Oh, these are guys who come from the one guy anyway comes from a family with money, but not as much money as what he needs. His sister has been kidnapped, and she is being held for $2 million ransom. So what they decide to do, because they can't come up with the money, is they decide to kidnap Christopher Walken, who is kind of a retired mob boss. They hatch this plan to kidnap him and hold him for ransom to get the money to get his sister from whoever kidnapped her. And obviously there's a lot that goes on, and I'm not going to get into it, but this is a really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend picking it up. I do believe that the DVD is still available, and this is a pressed disc. This is an older copy, so when I got it, it's a pressed disc. I don't know if it's still a pressed disc, but I would say definitely check this movie out. There's a lot of twists and turns that I'm not going to get into because it's really easy to spoil the plot here, but the acting is on point. Christopher Walken is always great, and the cast is really, really good, and how they interact with each other, and the story is very, very interesting. So at minimum, a Blu-ray release. Kino could knock this out in no problem. I think Kino Lorber could definitely do, they would definitely take on a title like this, because again, it's a little more obscure. You don't hear people talking about this movie, and they've done films like Brick that nobody talked about, and they gave that a nice Blu-ray release. So I would say give Suicide Kings a shot. And the special features on this, really nothing. So we could use some special features, and an upgraded Blu-ray would be nice. And this is part of Artisan, so I don't know who holds the rights to it now, but somebody give it a Blu-ray release. Now, this is one that I don't really hear anybody talking about this one, but I recently watched it because I love Val Kilmer, and, he's having health issues and not doing so great, and I was going through my collection and I decided to give this one a look because it is so good. It stars Val Kilmer, Vincent D'Onofrio, Peter Sarsgaard is even in it. He's great in it. It's called The Salton Sea. And who has this one? Castle Rock. So I don't know who has the rights to this one now, but this one, if you order it now, this is the original one I had in the, this is my first copy in the snapper case. Comes in the good old snapper case with the chapter titles and the disc art. It's nice, but if you order it now, what you get is a pressed disc, because I ordered a backup copy because I like this one so much, and this one wasn't playing 100%, so I wanted to have a backup copy. But basically, Val Kilmer plays a guy who is hanging out with like these speed freaks and these tweakers, and he also lives in this apartment, and there's this girl across the hall from him, and it seems like he's trying to help her out, and he's sitting in his apartment alone at night. He's playing his trumpet, and every once in a while you'll see like a flashback to things that happen. And through those flashbacks, we find out his story and why he's hanging out and doing the things he's doing, why he's living the life that he's living currently has to do with some things that have happened in his past. And it's a really great story, and Val Kilmer's performance in this is amazing. If you haven't seen The Salton Sea, find a way to see it. But this definitely deserves at least a Blu-ray release. I would just be happy with that. And again, this would be another title that I think Kino could take on. Or couldn't we get a nice Val Kilmer box set from someone with, like, say this, Tombstone, which just had its, I believe its 30th birthday this year. So Tombstone is 30 years old, and maybe The Doors, because he was fantastic as Jim Morrison in The Doors. But how about a Val Kilmer box set from one of these guys, Arrow or Kino or someone? Just do something, because Kino does box sets for a lot of actors, so why not Val Kilmer, right? And Salton Sea, definitely highly deserving of an upgrade, and it's badly needed. When we're going to press discs, you badly need an upgrade. And this is another one that I don't hear anyone talk about. It is a fantastic movie. It stars Cillian Murphy, who we know just did an outstanding job in Oppenheimer, and this is one that's called The Wind That Shakes the Barley. This is the movie. And he gives an outstanding performance. Basically, he plays an Irish gentleman who has a brother, and the two brothers decide, I believe Cillian Murphy is in this movie, I believe he's supposed to be a doctor. Yeah, he's supposed to be a doctor, and he abandons being a doctor to go and fight side by side with his brother. They're Irish, and they're fighting for the freedom of Ireland from the British. The British, you know, has a stronghold in Ireland, and Ireland was fighting for their freedom at this time. And this is the story of these two brothers fighting for the freedom of Ireland. And it's a really amazing story. If you have not seen it, this is one. Put this high on your list. Either stream it or buy it or whatnot. It is still available on DVD, but it could use a Blu-ray upgrade. I mean, at minimum, a Blu-ray upgrade. So definitely put The Wind That Shakes the Barley on your list. And now this one was another one that was very popular on the list. You guys, I saw it over and over in the comments. And I agree. This is a great movie. It's a ton of fun. And this is the old snapper case version of Goldie Hawn in Private Benjamin. And I mean, this is so much fun. I mean, how can we not have a Blu-ray release of Private Benjamin? This is the old snapper case, another snapper case. And we have the disc and the chapters. I don't know if you get the snapper case now. This is an older copy. I don't know if you get the snapper case still, or if you get, I don't even know if you get a pressed copy. So yeah, I think that Private Benjamin is definitely worthy of being on the list for titles that need an upgrade. And again, I'd be very happy with just a Blu-ray upgrade of this. And I don't know who, Warner Brothers. I mean, come on, Warner, put it on Warner Archives. We'd be very happy with that. But Private Benjamin, you guys sounded off in the comments, and I'm backing you up right here. Private Benjamin needs an upgrade. And now this last one, this has a Blu-ray release, but it's out of print, and it is such a great movie. I don't care if they give it a 4K upgrade, just bring it back, bring the Blu-ray back. It's called Identity. It stars John Cusack, Ray Liotta, and Amanda Peet. This is such a great thriller with an amazing ending. The ending, it's all about the ending with this one, but it's out of print. And the story with this one, I think I've talked about it before, but the story with this one is we have a bunch of strangers who end up at this motel on a very stormy night, and little by little they start to find out that there are reasons that they are there, and that they're all there at the same time, and that there are commonalities between them that made them all kind of show up at this motel, and they're trying to figure out why they're there, who wants them there, what's going on. It is so, so good. And I was talking about it in a video, and someone put it in the comments, it's totally out of print. You can't even get your hands on it. And I would love to see this. Just bring back the Blu-ray. Somebody get the Blu-ray rights and bring it back. It's Columbia Pictures, so I mean, come on, what are we doing? Why is this out of print? Bring it back. The people want it. Okay, so that's the list of movies for today, and I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this segment. If you have movies that you think need physical media upgrades, please drop them in the comments, and maybe you'll see them in future installments of these videos, because I will be doing these into 2024. And I'm going to be over on Cinema Dave's channel tomorrow, where we do our weekly live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're there every Saturday. Feel free to come over and join us or catch us on the replay. And I'm going to post my next video and the first video of 2024 on Monday. That's going to be a surprise what it is. We'll see. But I have a lot of plans for the channel moving forward in 2024. If you like videos like this and collection updates, hauls, movie reviews, a room tour coming this year, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I upload again. And that's it for today. I'm going to call it a day. I hope you all have a great New Year's weekend and a happy, healthy, safe New Year's Eve. Whatever you do, be safe, be happy, be with the ones that you love. And I'm going to call it for today. So for now, that's a wrap.